Hi there. So today I'm here to show you a few exercises that are really easy to do and are lovely to help ease out your spine, especially if you've been spending a lot of time at your desk working or in the garden, leaning over and working there. Okay, so I'd like you to find whatever position is comfortable for you. If you want to sit on a chair, you can do so. Just make sure that your feet are flat on the floor, or you can sit on the floor with your legs crossed or out in front of you, or even in this position that we call long frog, which is where our feet are together and our knees are out wide. Now, if you need to, you can place a little cushion underneath you to give you a little bit more height, and that's going to help you open out your hips a bit more. So find whatever position seated is good for you, and then draw your toe muscles in. So I'd like you to think about zipping and hollowing through your tummy. You might automatically feel nice and tall here. So you can go from slumping to sitting nice and tall, engaged. But an imaginary piece of thread leading up through the crown of your head, and your shoulders are relaxing down. So we're just going to take a few breaths in and out here. So every time you breathe in, just lifting up ever so slightly, and breathing out, let your shoulders sink down a bit more. Super, one more time. And breathing out. Okay, so we're going to start with a lovely lateral flexion. So take our arms out to the sides. If you're sitting on a chair, you can just let your hand rest on the side of the chair. We're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we lift one hand all the way up and over, reaching up and over. So we're getting a lovely length through our spine as we go sideways, restacking here, and float that hand down before going on the other side. So you're keeping your spine still and then reaching up and over. You can imagine that you're growing out of your waist. So you're getting lots of length in both sides of your waist here, and going again all the way up and over. So you're getting something really lovely called lateral flexion here. The side to side movement of your spine. It's going to open out the sides of your waist. Really nice. You've been spending lots of time working. And bring that arm down. One more, all the way up and over. Good. Okay, so moving into a really lovely rotation now. We're going to bring our hands up, so that in something called a Cossack position. So your hands are crossed and your elbows are level with your shoulders. So don't forget, you're going from slumping to sitting nice and tall. I'd like you to imagine that your spine is like a helter-skelter, and you're just going to move around that helter-skelter and rotate around. So piece of thread through the crown of your head, shoulders melting down, breathing in here. Let's breathe out to turn to the side and rotate around. So your hips are facing forward, your core muscles are coming in, and you're doing a lovely rotation to the side. Now you might find that one way is a lot easier than the other, and that's completely normal. Also, as you do this movement, the first few might be quite stiff and hard to do. As your spine warms up, as those muscles get warmer as well, you might find that you can go a little bit further. Going again round to the side, back through to centre. So from here, we're going to swap our hands over, so the other hand is on top now. And let's go again, rolling round to the side to centre. Breathing out, back to centre. You might be feeling slightly easier already. One more to each side. Trying to make sure you're doing pure rotation rather than leaning. And then bring your hands down again. And we're going to go back into that lateral flexion. So breathing out, lift one hand up, all the way up and over. And just taking note to see if it's easier for you today. Now, after you've done that lovely rotation, going again, all the way up and over. Back through. Take the arm down. One more to each side, all the way up and over. And our last one, reaching up and over here and coming back down. Okay, so now we're going to move into something called extension. So this is where we bend our body backwards through our spine rather than rolling forwards and slumping over like we tend to do when we're working at a desk. So I'd like you to sit nice and tall once again, and this time imagine that your piece of thread is attached to your breastbone here, and that's going to be lifted up towards the ceiling and back. So place your hands on your knees or on your shins, whatever suits you best. Keeping your shoulders down, breathing in, and as you breathe out, start tipping your head back ever so slightly, and then imagine that that piece of thread is lifting your breastbone up, and you should find that you're just arching through your spine before coming back. So it's a really subtle movement. We're going to breathe out, lifting all the way up, lengthening through the front of your body as you arch through your back, shoulders melting down the back of your rib cage. Let's go again. All the way up and back. And restack. 3 more to go here. Breathing out. Might feel slightly odd to start with because it's very different to any movement that you tend to do in your everyday life. But it's lovely for your posture as well because you're getting your spinal extensors, which are the muscles that help you stay upright, working and activated. So 1 more like this and coming back through. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come down onto the mat now just to do a few exercises here. So this little video you can do first thing in the morning if you want to. It's just really nice to get your spine moving and ready for the day. So we're going to lie down on the mat into something called relaxation position. So you have your head on your cushion, your feet are hip distance apart, knees hip distance apart as well. We're going to take our hands down by our sides. We're just going to roll backwards and forwards through our pelvis to get our lumbar spine and our core muscles working. So I'd like you to take a deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, roll back, imprinting your spine into the mat and tucking your tummy button in. Don't lift anything up just yet. And then as you inhale, I'd like to rock the other way so that you arch your lumbar spine away from the floor. Let's go again. Imprinting your spine and arching away. Really nice and smoothly. You might again find that the first few movements are a little bit awkward, but as your spine and your muscles warm up, you should be able to get a lot smoother and maybe even a little bit quicker and more mobile as well. Good. Okay, coming back through to center, and this time we're going to turn it into a pelvic compass. So imagine that your tummy button is north, your pubic bone is south, and your hips in east and west, and you have a marble in your tummy button. You're going to send that marble all the way around to face that compass. So just breathing normally now. Let your pelvis rock back so you imprint your spine. And then roll that marble around. So this is lovely for getting those muscles surrounding your pelvis and your sacrum. So that's that little triangular bone at the base of your spine. Those muscles are all working. You'll find that your legs will move in reaction to what's going on through your spine as well. It's going to roll 6 times in one direction and really try and make sure that you hit all of the points of that compass. If you have a stiff back, it's really easy to bypass some of those points, but really try and make an effort to roll around every single area. And then we're going to go the other way. So keep your gaze going up towards the ceiling. Keep your shoulders relaxed and away from your ears. Lovely. And we're going to do 2 more in this direction. And 1 more. And come back through to center and return to a position where you're neither imprinting your spine and you're not overextending. So now we're going to take our hands flat on the mat, just slightly away from your body, and glue your knees and your feet together. We're going to go into a lovely hip roll. So keep your gaze going up, and then as you breathe out, let your legs go over to one side so you're peeling that top foot off the floor. Opposite shoulder remains down, so you're getting a lovely rotation through your spine. Draw those muscles in to come back through to center, and exhale to go to the other side. So it's a really simple exercise, but one that is really effective for easing out your spine and getting those muscles working. Lovely. Going again. Back through to center, and 2 more times over to the side. Back to center, and again. And back through to center. Super. So just one final exercise. It's really going to fire at the back of your body as well. So we're going to take our arms back down by our sides, take our feet to hip distance apart, and find that neutral spine and pelvis. From here, we're going to take a deep breath in to prepare our bodies. And as you breathe out, rock your pelvis back, imprinting your spine. And then try to lift your spine up one bone at a time off the mat until your hips are nice and high in the air. You're grounded down through your feet, your hips are level, breathing in here. And breathing out, lengthen all the way back down onto the floor. Really nice spine curl, which is going to mobilize our spines. So let's go again. Rocky back, imprinting, lifting up our spine one bone at a time, all the way to the top. And lengthen back down again, coming back through to neutral. We've got 2 more to go. So use your glutes if you need to help you just get a slightly bit further here. Lengthening back down. And for the final one, to make it a little bit more challenging, float your arms up into the air. So now you can't press through your arms, you're just relying on the strength of your body. And come back down. Awesome. Place your hands down by your sides. Roll onto your side and push yourself up to sitting. Find a position that suits you. And then from here, we're going to float both arms up in the air, reaching all the way up and pressing the air away. And one more time, really lengthening through your body and pressing the air away. Well done. I hope that you have found that useful to help move out your spine. You can do it whenever you want to. You can just do a few of those exercises first thing in the morning or whenever you need to throughout the day when you're feeling a little bit stiff and achy. And hopefully that will help you keep supple and mobile. Thanks for watching and see you soon.